Today our topic based on polynomials. Before going to polynomials, let's talk about the terms monomial, binomial, trinomial and multinomial. We are always contradicts with polynomials and multinomial. So what is monomial? Monomial, binomial, trinomial, multinomial, all are based on the terms in an expression. Monomial having only one terms, that's why it is called monomial. Mono mean one. Now binomial have two terms. Here the expression having two terms. Trinomial having three terms. Tri means three. But multinomial means what? Multinomial means an expression having more than three terms. Here we can see there are 1, 2, 3 and 4 terms, so it is a multinomial. Okay, now what is polynomial? Polynomial means all the literals, exponents, powers are always non-negative integers. What does it mean? Suppose there are three expressions. Here the first expression is 2x squared plus x minus 3. It is a multinomial because it has three terms, and it is also a polynomial because the power of that literal is non-negative, that means 2, here 1, and here x to the power 0. So 0, 1, 2 all are non-negative integers, so this is a polynomial. But here we can write 4x to the power half plus x to the power half. Here to the power half is a fractional part, so it is not a non-negative integers, so it is not a polynomial, but it is a binomial because it has two terms. Now we're going to see the third expression, that is x plus 1 by x, that means x to the power minus 1, isn't it? So here we can see that minus 1 is not a non-negative integer, so it is not a polynomial, but it is binomial because it has two terms. Clear? Now we are going to see how a degree can be calculated in a polynomial. Okay, degree of a polynomial. Let's see, if here it is the expression, so what is the degree of it? The degree of is 0. Another, if the expression has a variable like 2x squared minus x plus 7, it is an expression of one variable, so here the degree will be highest power of that literal, it means 2, so the degree of that polynomial is 2. And if the polynomial having more than one literals like this one, then what will be the degree of that polynomial? So let's start. You have to add all the power of the single term in that polynomial. Here 4 plus 1 plus 2, it will give 4 to 6 7, and here 7 plus 1 equal to 8, and here 1 0, here 0. So after adding the all power of the single terms of the literals, we get the highest value is 8. So the degree of that polynomial will be 8. Clear? So these are the basic information we need to know about polynomials. After this, we are going to know about the functions. Suppose here is a function which is denoted by f of x is equal to 2x square minus 5x minus 7. It is a function. F of x is said to be a function of x where f of x depends on the value of x. If you take a value of x is equal to 2, then it will give a result 3, then it will give another result. So all the function is depends on that value of x, isn't it? Now we are shifting to the root of a polynomial. How will you find the root of a polynomial? Root of a polynomial means the value of the polynomial gives 0. That means it's satisfied. Then we can get the value of the polynomial. Suppose here 2x square minus 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. Then it is we need to factorize it, so it will be 2x square minus 7x plus 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. It will give you so we can get the value x minus 7 is into x plus 1 is equal to 0. X minus it will be 2x minus 7. 2x minus 7 and x plus 1 is equal to 0. So either 2x minus 7 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. So we will get x is equal to either x is equal to 7 by 2 or x is equal to minus 1. So putting these values on that polynomial, you will definitely get the value 0, and there will be two root of that polynomial f of x, which is 2x square minus 5x minus 7. Before going to factors theorem or remainder theorem, we have to understand this equation, which is we learned earlier in classes 3 and 4 must be. So here is the equation like this: dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, isn't it? What is the remainder? If dividend will be divided by the division and something which is get as a remainder, then we call it a remainder, isn't it? Suppose we have to divide 15 by 2, then it will give remainder as 1, remainder as 1. So point to be noted that remainder is always less than the divisor. Clear? And if the remainder is 0, that means if 14 is divisible by 2, completely divides 14 is completely divides by 2, then it will give 7 as a quotient and remainder as a 0. And we can say that the 2 and 7 are the factors of 14, isn't it? It means if the remainder is 0, then dividend will be exactly divisible by the divisor. Clear? Now we are shifting to the factor and remainder theorem. At first we have to know the theorem of remainder. What is it? If f of x is divided by x minus a, then the remainder will be f of a. Now we can say this is also a function of x, so we can give a name of it, that is g of x. So f of x is divided by g of x, then the remainder will be f of a. For better understanding, here is an example on how to solve it without actual division. Let's see. Suppose here f of x is equal to x square minus 8x plus 4 is divided by 2x plus 1, that is g of x. Suppose let another name g of x. Find the remainder. So how will you do it? At first find root of g of x. G of x. That means g of x is equal to 0 and 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x is equal to minus 1 by 2. Now according to remainder theorem, remainder of f of minus 1 by 2. That means minus 1 by 2 square minus 8 into minus 1 by 2 plus 4. So it will give a result 8 whole 1 by 4. Clear? Now we are shifting over factor theorem. What is factor theorem? If f of x is divided by same g of x, that is x minus a, and the remainder is f of a, then g of x, that is x minus a, is the factor of f of x when f of a is equal to 0. It means remainder, if remainder is 0, then we can say the divisor is the factor of dividend, isn't it? Earlier we So now how will you prove it? Suppose here is a function of f of x, that is x square minus 5x plus 6, and suppose we call it g of x is equal to x minus 3. We are going to prove that x minus 3 is the factor of f of x. So similarly, at first, root of g of x means g of x is equal to 0, that means x minus 3 is equal to 0, or x is equal to 3. According to remainder theorem, f of 3 is equal to how much? 3 square minus 5 into 3 plus 6. It means 9 minus 15 plus 6. It will give 0. So what we will say? Since f of 3 gives 0, then g of x is equal to factor of f of x. This is because of factor theorem. We can write here f of 3 is equal to 0, then we can say according to the factor theorem, g of x is a factor of f of x. Clear?